Welcome to the Perform Podcast. I'm your host, Jason Weiner, Nutrabolics co-founder. Our mission with the podcast is simple: to bring you the conversations with high performers from the worlds of fitness, health, business, and personal development, so that together we can all learn how to perform at the highest level. Thanks for coming on Perform.
Yeah, of course. I'm super happy to be here.
So you just came off of a double win. How does it feel?
It feels good. I wasn't expecting it, to be honest. I was confident, but I went in there just happy to get on stage. And I was originally going to enter four classes, entered 6, took home 7 trophies.
Wow.
Felt pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Wow. 7's got to be your new lucky number now.
It might be. Honestly, I have them all set up. I almost put myself in front of the shelf that I have them on downstairs, but I thought maybe that'd be too much.
Nice. So I know, when I read about your prep, you were taking 3,000 calories a day, which for your size is, tell us a little bit about the prep and, give us kind of the road to your first show and how it all went down.
Yeah, I feel very strongly that I had one of the world's best preps. I owe that to my coach, but I was with him for almost 2 full years before I started the prep. So we started together. I was eating nothing and then slowly built me up. And then by the time we wanted to start prep, we just had built all the way up to just under 2,800 calories every day.
Wow.
Yeah, so it took probably 14 weeks. I was probably 6 weeks out was when my carbs went below 200 grams. And then I still had 2 high days a week. One high day, that was 300. So I had energy the whole time. I never really felt like I was going to crash. Of course, there were really hard days, but it was just mental. It was just mental challenges.
And what was hard about the mental? Was there days where you were just oh man, I don't want to do this? What was in terms of the prep? Was it the cardio? Was it the food? What was, kind of
honestly,
yeah.
So I had a couple coaches a few weeks before my show kind of get into my head a little bit. I was at a posing clinic actually, and a few people came and gave me some opinions I did not necessarily want, and I was not confident. So that was really hard on me. It was the last 4 weeks, and I was ready to throw the towel in. I had to call my coach a few times and say, I don't know if I can do this. I don't think I'm going to do very well. I was so in my head. He's like, no, you're going to crush it. Quit tomorrow, basically. Quit tomorrow. Just the next day. And then we got there. So it was mostly just other people. It's hard. You're not supposed to let other people's opinions get to you, but how can you not sometimes, especially when you're 4 weeks out and you're starting to get depleted and patience is low.
Especially going into your first show, right? I mean, this is a big thing, right? And how did you kind of get out of that mindset, or what people were saying to you? What was just talking to your coach, or was there?
I think it was 2 days before my show. I was my last phone call to him, and I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing this. You can't. I entered for the show. I entered into it an hour before the cutoff. I wasn't entered until 2 days before I got on stage. It's I'm done. I'm not doing this. And then I woke up the next morning at 5 a.m., was doing fasted cardio, kind of just blacked out, entered all of my classes. And then I got it done. When I was there that day, I had no nerves at all. Somehow, 0 anxiety. I had negative cortisol. I had a nap in between prejudging from finals. It was just a really fun day. So you just had to get to the day, and I knew I'd be fine.
And I know, when we were, chatting a little bit earlier, you weren't doing a lot of cardio. What was the cardio regime leading up to the show?
The last 4 weeks of my show, I was doing 90 minutes a day, which was a lot. But before that, I was at 35 minutes a day, my whole prep. So just that last few weeks, he really just wanted to push, get me ready for the stage so he could start feeding me more, give me more high dose, which was, so I would so much rather have done that extra cardio to get the little extra food.
And, obviously going into this being your first show, and not knowing what the end result was going to be, was there times where your coach was saying to you, oh, Amber, you should do this, and then you were kind of maybe doubting it, and then when you did it and you saw the results, like you were like, okay, like, can you give us kind of like a little bit of, insight on that?
On the day?
Like leading up to the show, like when he was telling you like, hey, you know what, increase your carbs this much or do this. Like, was there things happening from your coach's side to you where you were kind of questioning, like things, thinking to yourself like, oh, I don't know if I want to do all this cardio, or I don't know if I want to eat all this food. Like,
yeah, for sure. That there was a few times because I've done cuts before. Like I got really lean for summer last year, just for bikini summer, whatever. There's a few times where I'm like, why are we going so hard when we've gotten really lean before at a less like difficult capacity? But then he just starts telling me all this stuff about glycogen and carb cycling, and I'm like, I trust you. You know your stuff. So it worked, right? He kept me pretty full the whole time. So
nice. What tips do you have for people out there who are looking to compete for the first time?
You got to do the off season. That's the biggest one, is an intentional off season before starting prep. I know so many people that are like, yeah, I want to do a show one day just to say I did it. Like, think about doing a show when you've been on a plan that you enjoy and can follow for a year before the prep. Like you have to have that discipline. I didn't feel like I was in prep until a couple weeks before my show because I have been eating that same meal plan for like 3 years. So definitely put the work in before so the prep isn't so horrible. It gets hard unless.
And in terms of, doing the show, obviously entering at the last minute, you entered into this other category. Like what spawned that? Like where did that come from?
Honestly, it was these other coaches. So when I was doing this posing thing, obviously I'm wellness, and I had a pro and another coach like kind of pull me away from it and say, you're not wellness. Like, don't waste your time because you're not going to take an overall. Go into bikini. You're much better suited in bikini. And that to me, like as a wellness girl, it's like a bit of a slap in the face because you're being called too small, right? You're not big enough. And I also just really disagreed with them, but these are pros. I want to listen to their opinion. Like I want to hear it, but also if I had asked for it, maybe. So to me, it was kind of like, if I'm going to get on stage and I'm not sure when in the future, the next time I'll be on stage again is, let's spend some time up there. I had a friend that was like, you can wear my bikini, my pink sparkly bikini. So I'm like, let's do it. I'll enter 2 classes. I kind of wanted to see, because maybe I am bikini. Like I know I'm wellness, but it was kind of nice to not necessarily like prove them wrong, because I don't care enough to do that, to be honest. But it was nice seeing that I got 2nd place and 3rd in bikini, and then 1st in all wellnesses. So that I know I'm wellness. It's confirmed.
So for, 2027, what's the game plan? Do you got a show lined up? Are you going to do both bikini and wellness? Give us some insight.
Bikini, no, for sure not. Just not my thing. I'd rather lean into my genetics and grow my legs. But they did have a point where I kind of am in between. So if I want to do well in wellness, and like the next time I get on stage, obviously I'm hungry for it now. I want to win. I got to put some size on. So I would need at least a year of growth, really, really pushing calories, weights, and then probably look into shows then, because I don't know where I'll be in the world and living, and there's so many different bodybuilding shows, right? But yeah, not a set plan yet. I got to grow first because I want to keep doing well.
And I know you're moving to Vegas. Is that right?
That is correct. Yeah, not long, few weeks.
Nice. So
Yeah.
do you think you're going to be possibly competing in the US or?
I I've been thinking about that more too. It hasn't really been like a huge thought in my mind, but Vegas is the place to do it.
Mm,
Right. So I want to get in there and start making more connections going into these bodybuilding gyms
mm,
and kind of just see where it takes me.
mm,
This is such a fun hobby to me. I love doing this. So wherever it leads me is where I'll go.
mm. And do you have a gym picked out when you hit up Las Vegas? I hear the Dragon's Lair's pretty happening.
I've heard that that's a good one. Yeah, I'd love to check that one out. And then I've been to the Fit Club a couple times. My boyfriend's taken me there. That's where he went. And I love that place too, like the lighting and everything. It's
Mm,
to find somewhere with the vibe,
mm, mm,
all the same like-minded people, good music going on. So I'm sure there's
mm.
so many I haven't even thought of.
So give us some insight now that it's kind of like your off season per se. Like what's your kind of training, fitness? You want to tell us a little bit about your Nutrabolics products that you're using? Kind of just give us like the, day to day, what that looks like.
Now I'm switching up my training a little bit, kind of more less bodybuilding driven and lifting heavy. I want to start doing some more like sprints and more active stuff, if
Mm,
that makes sense. We're going to try that for a little bit. Food wise, you should see my pantry. It's
mm,
all Hydro Pure, actually. So
mm,
lately, my breakfast every single day
mm,
and Nutrabolics, we talked about this last time I was on this podcast. I think you guys should really get on a cream of rice.
mm,
That would be so every morning I'm having cream of rice with the chocolate Hydro Pure whey drip on top
mm,
and fruit.
mm. And that's been a game changer.
That's been a game changer. It's my favorite breakfast, like favorite breakfast every single day. On plan, off plan. I had it for the first day on show day and
Mm,
every single day after that.
mm,
Before that, it was a smoothie, a scoop. I use the mango peach one all the time. But oh yeah, I just got the other carbolic flavor too, the lime, cherry lime.
Black cherry lime, yeah.
Yes, so good. So good. I
Nice.
love those. And thermal. I love thermal.
So, in terms of, moving forward, I know you said, prior that you were having, you put on some size. Whereabouts, like, is there certain muscle groups or certain parts of your body that you're trying to really work on in this off season?
Lower body.
Nice.
That's essentially all of it.
Mm,
Really, you want lower body dominance as a category,
mm,
and you don't want the balance. You want to be able to look. So basically, hamstrings and glutes are my weak spots,
mm,
but grow everything.
mm. Your glutes look like they were great. Like I thought, I don't know, is that like genetic or is that something that just kind of?
I see. I appreciate that because I think that my glutes are my weak spot. But all the
Oh,
carbs when he went, sorry, I say he. I'm talking about my coach. My carbs the week before when he like tested my peak week and
mm,
filled me up for what I'd look like on show day,
mm,
everything went to my glutes. You look at
mm,
the photos from what I ate versus the day before, like I had all those carbs, complete difference. I was shocked. It went all to my glutes. So when I was on stage, that was probably the best they've ever looked.
mm.
Thank goodness, because I was worried.
Well, I saw the fun you were having post show with all these different treats, including
Mhm.
I saw the feed bar. Give us some insight. Like, what did you do? Like post show, like for your first post show, like did you just go all out? Did you eat a meal first? What did you
So,
have?
well, I had a feed me bar, obviously. I had
Mm-hmm.
a pistachio cookie because I love
Mm-hmm.
pistachio. And then all of my family had driven down to watch my show and like friends, boyfriend, whatever. So we went out to Cactus Club that night.
Mm-hmm.
Had a nice dinner, shared a bunch of appies, and then the next day was Taste of Edmonton here.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you're familiar, but
No, no.
you buy tickets and then it's a bunch of different like huts and you get really small servings of different foods for like 4 tickets here. You get like a pistachio croissant or a mini corn dog, or there's a lot of different like cultured foods you can try. So that was really cool. Get all of my kind of like cravings out in one day in small servings. And then since then, I've just been kind of slowly falling back into it, having fun, but also still like, I eat the same stuff all the time. So I've just kind of been lighter on tracking it, giving myself a bit of a mental break. Now we're back in it because I moved to Vegas. So I'm going to be totally on plan, right?
Such a shift from Edmonton to Vegas. Like, gonna
You're
be
it is 45 degrees there right now.
I know, it's crazy. So what's in terms of, right now, what's your training regime look like? Are you training 6 days a week, 1 day off, 5 days a week? Give us some insight.
I am 4 days of lifting a week and 6 days of cardio. So that's just part of the reverse diet. Pretty soon it'll be probably in a couple weeks, he'll cut me down to 4 cardio a week, just right after I train. And that's it. I don't think I'll ever go back to training 5 days a week. I just like having the break in between. And I'm very much like a lower body one day, upper the next day kind of person. So the back and forth, it just works to do 2 each.
So on your off day, are you just completely taking it off, or are you doing something?
Steps, like active recovery, obviously. Like it's not a lazy day, but rest and recovery, pretty much. I just try to take it slow. It's just not lifting. Make sure that I'm ready for tomorrow's lift.
Do you have any tips for, people out there who are looking to, break through a plateau?
Switch it up. Definitely try something new, but also I feel like once you find your routine, it's just trial and error, right? Find what works for you. Because a big thing people try to do, I feel like, is they try to do all of these things in a short period of time so it works, but that's not sustainable. Like, what's the saying? Slow is smooth and smooth lasts. Something like that. Or the slower you go, make it last longer. Find the routine that works for you instead of going so crazy now and then hitting another plateau.
And when you're training, are you training like by yourself? Do you like having training partners? What's that look like?
I like training by myself. It very much so depends who I'm with, but there's a lot of other time in my day for me to like be distracted and having conversations. Sometimes I already struggle kind of picking up my phone in the middle of a workout kind of thing. I'm trying to stay focused for the 1 hour I'm there. So I prefer to be alone, unless it's like a one session we're gonna really push each other, like not often kind of thing, but not really.
Nice. And in terms of, for you being a woman, obviously there's, hormones and different things going on when you're prepping. And I know, from being in, having Nutrabolics for 25 years, I've seen some women kind of go a little bit off the rails, when it comes to the prep. How were you mentally in the prep? Like, were you pretty sound, or were there moments where you were like not your best?
I think I was great until 4 weeks out. Then I started going slightly insane a few times a week, maybe, but mostly I kept it really cool. Like, it's realistically, you're on a plan. So it's like I said in one of my Instagram posts, like following a plan is easy. Wake up, do the things you have to do, go to bed, do it again the next day. Do that every day and you see results, right? It's just having the mental capacity to have the patience. What am I even trying to say here? It's very difficult when you know that your patience is a lot smaller than it would be outside of prep and things like that. So for me, at least, it was very hard to like almost go double hard on myself because I'm feeling these things and like, man, this is really hard, but like, this is so hard. And now I'm angry about it. And I have no patience and I don't want to do this. And man, this cardio, and he tells me to do 10 minutes of cardio this week. And I'm like, no, like why would I do that? I'm not doing it. And then I get up and I do it. right? So it's pushing yourself in the last bit. That was mine, at least, just knowing that my brain wasn't fully fed.
Mm. Did you ever have times like actually I switched on my routine recently and I noticed my metabolism is way up. And like even last night, believe it or not, like which is very rare for me, I woke up at like 2 a.m. and I was craving something. So I had a Hydro Pure with some peanut butter and went back to bed. Did you ever get into situations where it was like late at night and you were like, oh my God, what do I do? And if so, what do you do to kill these cravings?
There was definitely a few times that it was tough, but I loved the foods I was eating. So I would, if I had a craving, I guess, call it, I'm craving what I already eat. Like if I want a dessert or something, it's like you said, like the Hydro Pure peanut butter, cream of rice, and frozen mixed berries. That's a great sweet treat. Like a little bit of dark chocolate on there or something. That's what I crave. So I eat it, and then the craving's gone.
Nice. Well, I actually saw on your Instagram stories, I think one day you showed your protein bowl, and actually the amount of dark chocolate looked like a little bit more than a little bit. Like how many like do you have like a whole bar of dark chocolate? Because it looked like a big pile of dark.
That was the high wager.
Was it? Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
I mean, I did have like 2 or 3 decent sized pieces of chocolate in there. I'm not gonna lie, but it's a scoop of protein powder and then just a little bit of water. So it's like an icing, basically. And then I just dumped it on top. So that to me tastes like melted chocolate. Like the extreme chocolate one, I think is what it's called. That one tastes like a melted chocolate bar. So that's what I did.
Is that like, would that creamy be your kind of like go-to, or not creamy, I should say, your Hydro Pure cream of rice? Is that like kind of like what you would take for, your cravings, or do you have something that's like kind of like your go-to when you have a craving?
It's probably that, honestly. Now that I'm off prep, I can kind of honor my cravings a little bit more. But once you've been on a plan for so long, it's not really a craving. Like I'm aware that a cookie would be delicious right now, but so would my beef and potatoes, and so would cream of rice and Hydro Pure. So I don't know if my cravings are ever really that strong.
What's your nutrition look like in terms of, are you eating a lot of chicken, beef, fish? Like, what's that? Kind of give us some insight on, your nutrition.
So it's the cream of rice, Hydro Pure, and fruit for breakfast. So normally I would make a smoothie because it's mixed berries and a banana. And then honey on training days, whatever. Lunch, chicken, rice, and avocado. Dinner, beef and potatoes. And then last meal is a yogurt bowl with kiwis, apples, and dark chocolate. And I've had that every single day since the start of February.
Nice. I noticed though, when you tell me about the diet, there's not a lot of, from my opinion, there's not a lot of fibers. Are you taking much vegetables or?
Fruits and everything, my fiber is high. I'm sitting at about like 25, 30 grams a day. So supplements, but also just fruit, honestly.
What's your go-to fruit these days?
It's so basic, but probably an apple. Like I just love a crunchy apple. My favorite fruit's a mango, but I haven't had a mango in 9 months now that I think about it. So
nice. When you look back and you see your pictures and you see, the full package, is there something on yourself that you're like, oh, I wish I would have, been a little bit bigger here or there or smaller here? Like when you look back at the photos, what are your thoughts?
That I love trophies. That's my thoughts. I have, of course, there's room for improvement, but I couldn't have done better. Like I showed up the best I could have. I was the only person in that room that day. I had so much fun. And yeah, like I could definitely improve my lower body here and there, but I think I nailed it, honestly.
Nice. Did you have anything today that you kind of wanted to chat about, like from your end?
A big one is bringing up the opinions of other people. That is kind of one that I wanted to talk about too, because I entered both categories, obviously, and at a regional level, my first time show, I'm in my early 20s, never competed before, going to just have fun, obviously. I wanted to see if I'm wellness or bikini because I had all these people getting in my head telling me that's what you're supposed to do. Go try it out. I won, obviously. I thought I did great, super proud of myself. I was so happy, like best sport ever. I had so much fun. And then I woke up to some like Instagram story posts from other coaches in the business saying, shouldn't be able to do so well in wellness and bikini, basically completely calling me out. I had 10 people send it to me first thing in the morning. And it's just one of those things that I had so much fun. I showed up, I did my best. I literally went to play my sport essentially. And then to have this kind of stuff come at you the next day is just like, why? Everybody can have fun. We should all support each other. And it's a very, very toxic industry. And you have to be prepared for that going in, really knowing that you are the only person in that room. Like to make a post about somebody the next, like it's just why, right? So that would be my biggest one is stay true to yourself, stay super strong, and head down and just focus on you. Doesn't matter what other people say.
Do you think that maybe these coaches were coming at you in this way because they wanted to kind of bring you on as a client?
It's interesting because you're not the only person that has said that. But I'm honestly not sure. I'm not sure. I think that it was because I beat theirs in a category that I was never supposed to enter in the first place. And people really tried to break me down before I did it. And I just went and had fun. It's just not that serious. Like 21 weeks of prep was serious. On the day, I'm there to wear my sparkles and go and have a good time. Like it's not that deep, I guess. So
did you have any emergencies at the last minute? Did you have like forget your food or anything?
My shoe broke. My heel snapped. Actually, the entire strap to my heel completely snapped right before I went on stage for the third time in prejudging when I still had 3 more to go. So I couldn't do anything. There was nobody around me that had the same size shoe as me. So I had to position it in a way that it looked like it was still attached, but it was just a loose strap on my, and I only have one strap on my shoe. But that was pretty not too good. And then I sat on the ground and I literally like sat near water. So I had my tan was like the whole side of my body. My tan started coming off. So the ladies helped me, but that was also right before I went on stage.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess God was testing you, eh? God was testing you.
Sure was, but I was ready for it that day, apparently. Nothing could have thrown me off that day. Wow. It was the best time ever.
Nice. That's exciting. So now that you're, moving on, I guess the competition and the level is going to get up a little bit higher for you moving on. In terms of your coach, what's his advice to you now?
Just keep going, I guess. Like right now we're working on just finding some peace in the next few months. Like I just worked my ass off for the last however long. So we're just trying to find a nice, not maintain, but what am I trying to say? A plan that I can stick to for a while and just like have fun, go do my move, experience everything else. And then we start building again. We start really hammering it in. Whatever he tells me to do, I'll do. So
nice. And in terms of, going into Vegas, whole new setting, new everything. What's your game plan in terms of your coach? Are you guys just going to do everything online, I guess?
Yes, we do. We do already. I saw him at my show. He came to my show, but before that, I hadn't seen him in months, a year maybe. We just don't really like cross paths, I guess. But maybe I annoy him a little too much, but I'm texting him all the time. So the communication's high. I don't feel like I need to see him. So online will be fine.
And in terms of, people working with you, are you doing any coaching? Are you going to be training people out there? Like, what's your game plan in terms of, are you going to be working, taking some time off? What's that look like?
As of right now, am still taking online clients. I'm not personal training in person anymore, but online, I'm accepting just not bodybuilding clients. I do lifestyle. I'm not throwing anybody up on stage. Not yet.
Nice. Nice.
I am accepting clients. So is my coach. He is accepting bodybuilding clients. If anyone's interested, I recommend.
How do people get in touch, say, with your coach or yourself, just through IG or what?
Through Instagram DM. His name is Johan. He's in my bio, right beside Nutrabolics in there, actually. And yeah, send him a message. I could not recommend enough. I had the best prep of all time.
Nice. And how was, like, when you got up there and you saw the girls, were you like, what was the vibe? Were you like, oh, wow, like this competition is harder than I thought? Or what were you even thinking about the other girls? Or
no, I'm just friends.
Nice.
These girls are nice. So I'm backstage before we all walk on and the music's playing and we're all kind of hanging out. We were having fun. Like, I've actually made quite a few like online friends now. One of the girls that I competed against directly has become like, we support each other a lot on Instagram. And I just love that. So I was worried. I was telling like my boyfriend and my best friend that once we get there, I'm not going to look at anyone because I don't want to get in my own head. I didn't even have to think about that. Like, I had no thoughts except for I'm so excited to walk in my sparkly bikini.
Nice. And in terms of, recovery and the things you were doing, do you have any hacks or any sort of things that really work for you that you could share with us?
Sleep is the biggest one. There's nothing but a good night rest and like proper supplements for your body can help you with. So I told myself I was going to do yoga and stuff every evening of prep. I didn't do that at all. You could, but it's sleep.
And what's your like sleep routine look like? Like, are you going to bed at a certain time? Are you putting your phone down at a certain time? Are you listening to some sort of meditation? Like, I struggle with sleep a lot of the time too. So I'd love to hear, how you handled it.
I'm a very consistent 10 p.m. go to bed. The sun starts going down and I'm tired. I don't really know how I got there, but just trying to go to bed at the same time every night for long enough has helped my body get used to that routine. And then I guess I do kind of have my little sleep routine of like, go take off my makeup, brush my teeth. I take a little sleep Ollie gummy, like melatonin. I have my sleep pack is right beside my bed. I get in it and I should probably put my phone down earlier, but sometimes it sleeps very close to me. And yeah, I listen to rain sounds at night.
Nice.
Best one. That's the one. That's the best hack I got.
The rain sounds. All right. Okay.
Rain sounds.
Nice. Did you have anything that you wanted to talk about before we wrap up today?
No, I think I said I hit all my points.
Nice.
That's it. I really appreciate you having me on and wanting to talk about this. I'm so excited to talk about it, especially because I was not expecting it. I was told that I wasn't going to win overalls, and I did. So it was very, very shocking, but what a great experience. If anybody is ever wanting to start getting into it, enjoy it. It's fun. It is fun being healthy. It's fun looking good. Like, it's fun being confident. Let that be fun. Follow your stuff. Like, it's not hard. What's way harder is hating yourself every day, right? Is not feeling good, is having bad digestion. All of that is so much harder than finding something that works and sticking to it.
Well, on that note, that's Motivation right there. I'm motivated myself.
There you go. I would hope so.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on Perform. You were a great guest, and I wish you all the best in 2027 in your next show.
First, thank you. I am so excited to share the whole entire journey.
Awesome. All right. Have a great day.
You too.